Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to the BetVetted channel. I'm Al, your host. Today we're going to look at the MLB matchups for August 21st, 2023. Again, if you're new to the channel, this is a brand new YouTube channel. We're just getting started and we can use all the support we can get. So please think about subscribing to the channel, hitting that thumbs up button, and hitting the notification bell so you can be alerted to when we post another video. I'm gonna try to get these MLB Pick'em videos out daily, but again, I do have two kids. I have an old lady here at home, so work with me as I figure out a way and a schedule to get these out on a daily basis, because I want to help make you guys some money. But with that being said, let's get started. So first up today, we have the Chicago Cubs going up against the Detroit Tigers. Javier Assad on the mound for the Cubs. Alex Fado for the Detroit Tigers. In this game, I really like the Cubs in this game. I think they're playing for more at this point in the season. Now, the Tigers have been playing well. They really hit the ball well against the Guardians over the weekend, and they've been hitting the ball well over the past 12 days, which is a metric that I look at, 12-day metric. However, over the past month, the Cubs have been hitting right-handed pitching better than anyone else. Alex Fado, he's a little bit better on the road this year than he is at home, although he has given up, or he has struck out more guys at home. Assad, on the other hand, really started off the year more in relief pitching, but has been pitching well, and he has been pitching okay on the road. I just like the Cubs in this matchup. Take them on the money line. The price actually came down a little bit. I think that's because Detroit's been hot, but I like the Cubs. They're playing for more at this point in the season, and get them at a decent price. Minus 122 at DraftKings. I'll go with the Cubs on the money line. Not my favorite pick of the day, but definitely going to go with the Cubs. So next up, we have the Giants going up against the Phillies. Scott Alexander on the mound for the Giants. Aaron Nola for the Phillies. I'm going to go with the Phillies on the money line. Again, not one of my favorite picks. The main reason is because the Giants have been hitting horrible against right-handed pitching all year. Over the last 12 games or last 12 days, they've been even worse. They're just not hitting against right-handed pitching. Aaron Nola is supposed to be a front-of-the-line type starter, whereas Scott Alexander, he's a relief pitcher. This is a bullpen game for the Giants. Got to go with the Phillies. Both of them are vying for a wild card spot, Philly's been a little bit hotter than the Giants, although the Giants are playing, they're in the playoff race. But got to go with the Phillies money line, two-star pick, two-ball pick, two-star pick. Let's go with that. Phillies money line. It's going up against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Rookie Drew Rom on the mound for the Cardinals. Bailey Falter for the Pirates. I'm going to go with the under on this one, under 10. St. Louis has been hitting okay against left-handed pitching. Of course, Pirates don't hit well at all, but Bailey Falter has been pretty good. Now, he is better on the road than he is at home over the stretch of his innings this year, but he has been pitching well his last 3 games. He's been limiting home runs, and Drew Rom, on the other hand, is, the Pirates have never faced him. They don't know what he's all about, and I think maybe this matchup could end up going underneath the 10 runs. So I would go with under, and I like it. Next up, we have the New York Mets going up against the Atlanta Braves. David Peterson on the mound for the Mets. Alan Winans for the Braves. It's really, really difficult to bet against the Braves right now. However, with that being said, at minus 198, I just don't see the value there for the Braves. So on this, I would go, again, not my favorite games. Out of the games on the slate today, I would either go with the over, or I would look to take a chance with the New York Mets. They're hitting good against righties. Now, Alan Winans shut him out last time he faced them. So with that being said, they have seen him. Again, he pitched really well, but maybe this time they could get him. And David Peterson has been pitching well. Now against the Braves, it's hard to pitch well, and I think any right-handed pitcher left-handed pitcher understands that. Now the Braves are a little bit better against righties than they are lefties, but yeah, on this one, I think I'm going to lean towards the over 10.5, and that's saying something. But both of these teams are hitting better than they're pitching at this current time. So, or you might want to take a stab on the Mets just because the value isn't there on the money line for the Braves. Next up, we have the Boston Red Sox going up against the Houston Astros. James Paxton on the mound for the Red Sox. Christian Javier versus the Astros. I got to go with the Houston Astros on the money line. I think you're getting it for a good price. Javier, although he has not been pitching well, he's been giving up home runs. Just not looked like the guy from last year and even at the second half of the year before. But with that being said, he does pitch better at home, and the Houston Astros are mashing left-handed pitching. In his own right, James Paxton has actually been pitching pretty well. But I think he's just going up against the wrong team right now that are hot against left-handed pitching, that are playing meaningful baseball at the end of the year here, or in the second half of the year here. And I got the Houston Astros on the money line. I think you're getting it at a good price, and I like it. Next up, we have the Seattle Mariners going up against the Chicago White Sox. Luis Castillo on the mound for the Mariners. Touki Toussaint for the White Sox. Got to go with the Mariners on the run line here. I just can't get in front of this train that's in motion. That's the Seattle Mariners. They're really on a roll, doing the same sort of thing that they did last year during the second half and the last third of the season, where they really went on a roll to get into the playoffs, get one of those wild card spots. So I do like Seattle. Now, this isn't my favorite pick just because the price is not spectacular for taking a run line, minus 1.5. And Touki Toussaint, for his part, has not been pitching bad. Luis Castillo has not been pitching well, especially on the road. But with that being said, being that Seattle is on a roll, Luis Castillo, I see him stepping up at least enough for the Mariners to get this victory and to win by 2 runs. Next up, we have the Royals going up against the Athletics. Tucker Davidson on the mound for KC, Paul Blackburn for the A's. I'm going to go with KC getting the plus money on this game. I think it's worth the gamble to go with KC. Both of these teams have not played well this year. However, KC over the past month has played a little bit better than I think the Athletics. Getting that plus money, I think you got to go with KC. Not my favorite pick. It's not my worst pick, but it's a chance to go for the underdog where you a good risk reward on this one. I would go with KC on the money line. With one of our last matchups of the day, we have the Texas Rangers going up against the Arizona Diamondbacks. Jordan Montgomery on the mound for the Rangers. Slade Sassoni for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Might be mispronouncing that. With this game, I'm going to go with the Rangers. I'm going to go with them on the money line. Jordan Montgomery has been pitching really well, and it's not that Arizona hasn't been hitting left-handed pitching well over the last 12 days or so. They actually have. Above average. And Texas has actually been just okay against right-handed pitching recently. Not the best, not the worst, but I guess I can depend on Texas to pull out a game before I can Arizona at this point, especially with the pitchers on the mound. I feel more comfortable going with Texas, so I would look at Texas on the money line and think about sprinkling maybe some on the run line as well. Last game of the day, we have the Miami Marlins going up against the San Diego Padres. Ryan Weathers on the mound for the Marlins. Michael Wacha for the Padres. Got to go with the Padres on the run line, and this is just in order to really get the price. It's not worth taking them on the money line. On the run line, at least you're getting plus money. The team's been crushing lefties. Ryan Weathers has not been pitching well. Michael Wacha, on the other hand, this guy's been pretty much money down the stretch here. And San Diego, both of these teams are playing for something. But San Diego's at home. Michael Wacha has been pitching better. Ryan Weathers has been pitching bad. And, the Padres are better against lefties than the Marlins are against righties. And so I got to go San Diego, run line. So that's it, everyone. Thank you for attending the show. Again, if you can, if you got it in you, please think about subscribing to the channel, liking the video, and hitting that notification bell, and we'll see you next time.